They were picking on her, but it was still pretty cool. Well, guess what? I can step off my front steps and see Suffield from where I live. Suffield is not Russia. Suffield is a beautiful town with wonderful people, like all of the 7th Senatorial District. And for our next presentation, it's going to be exciting because the recipient, well, I'm just going to leave it to unfold before you, but to make the presentation, Suffield's fabulous First Selectman, Commodore Ed McEnany.
Thank you, John. And I have to say that Dave Drynan's story is going to be a tough one to follow. But I do want to say that Justin Donnelly has spent his life in service to his country, his state, and his town. It's for that reason that the Suffield Republicans have named him as our Republican of the Year. Born in the early days of World War II, Justin grew up in Waterbury, the center of the was it the center of the universe, John? Received his college education at Fairfield, and when he graduated, he was off to serve our nation as a Marine tank officer in Vietnam. Following his time in Southeast Asia, Justin returned to Connecticut, attended law school at UConn, and began his legal career in 1970, 45 years ago. During his legal career, Justin served the people of the state of Connecticut as legal counsel to the legislature and as a trial referee in the superior courts of our fair state. It is in his service to his town, however, where Justin's life really comes into focus. He has coached youth basketball, soccer, and baseball. My son was one of his players, along with Justin's children, 7 in number. He has served as a member of the Suffield Historic District Commission, the Suffield Ethics Commission, the Charter Revision Commission, the Juvenile Review Board, the Agricultural Site Assessment Committee, as acting Suffield Town Attorney while I was deployed to the Persian Gulf in 04 and 05, the Volunteer Ambulance Board of Directors, and has been chairman of the Suffield Board of Finance for the last 8 years. Now retired from the practice of law, Justin recently became certified as a volunteer ambulance driver. Esteemed by legions of parents whose children he coached, Justin is highly regarded by those of every political persuasion and of none. The breadth of that regard is indicated by the attendance here tonight of Democratic members of the Suffield Board of Selectmen and the Suffield Board of Finance, who join us in celebrating Justin Donnelly's life of service. Justin couldn't be here with us this evening due to recent surgery, and so accepting in his stead as Suffield's Republican of the Year is Justin's son, Jacob Donnelly. We have a very nice plaque, and it says Suffield Republican of the Year, Justin Donnelly, awarded for many years of dedicated service and personal leadership to the Suffield community and Suffield's Republican Party, March 2015.
Wait for time.
Okay, well, he's got to say something.
As Ed, thank you, Ed. As Ed said, my father is a father of 7 children. He has 3 grandchildren as well. I'm number 5 of 7, so yeah, I'm one of the young ones at 27 years of age. My oldest brother is 52 years old. My youngest sister is 19, and he missed having a child in 4 straight decades by one, let's just call it an off year. I'm in sports broadcasting, and as all my siblings will tell you, all of my friends will tell you, and really anybody that has ever had more than a minute and a half conversation with me will tell you, if you wanted to keep it short, much like the guy that chose before Indiana Jones in the Quest for the Holy Grail, my father chose poorly. His remarks are very short, Marianne, do not worry at all. As Ed said, he was a Vietnam Marine tank captain. His first job at 8 years old was literally as a drug runner. He worked at a pharmacy and sat on, seriously, worked there, sat on the countertops. The guy said, please run these drugs over to the corner. So he was a drug runner at 8 years of age. So he has moved up just a little bit. And I know he's very sad that he can't be here, especially because Kara, to be perfectly blunt, you were actually his favorite UConn female basketball player of all time. He loved post players, and none of his children got above 6'1". I'm the tallest. We were all disappointed. And now to my father's remarks, as Ed said, I'll try to do it as verbatim as I can from what he wrote down. And he looks, his handwriting's like an 11-year-old that's writing with the wrong hand. So this, printed it out, and these are my father's words for tonight. So if you will indulge me. A few of you will recognize the words of the immortal bard Chester A. Rodney. What a revolting development this is. I'm not certain whether this honor is being bestowed this year, thus avoiding a possible posthumous award next year. Donnelly humor. In any event, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm currently battling cancer. He's doing a damn good job. I have undergone a course of radiation and chemotherapy in this battle to get things turned around. It is good news that the therapy knocked me for a loop. Therefore, a positive medical response. That means it is working, and that is exactly what you and everybody here and in his family wants. As of Tuesday morning, he has undergone surgery, which encompasses the removal of most of his stomach and requires 4 to 6 months of recovery. And that is why he is not here, and everyone in Suffield recognizes why he has not been there doing his duty. This is back to my father's words. I am pleased and honored to be accorded Suffield Republican of the Year. Thank you very much. If anyone knows me, they know my love of Suffield. Since I've only been there for 30 plus years, that means I am new to Suffield. The award has a bittersweet taste, since many of you will recall that my Republican career in Suffield was marked by several unsuccessful attempts at higher office, including first selectman, judge of probate, and state representative. However, I am a firm believer in the adage that things work out the way they are meant to. The path that took me to this dais was the right one for me. I can rightfully say that my record as chair of our Board of Finance is a record that I am proud of, and one that Suffield can be proud of. Republican fiscal government is about providing services to a town in a fiscally responsible manner, which is what our budget does, and which we should be very proud of. I must apologize to Suffield and the Board of Finance since I have been a no-show this year. Overachiever, yes. One other part of my record that I am proud of is that since I became chair, yours truly has garnered the highest number of votes in both elections, which I believe is a ringing endorsement from the electorate. I can only say that I am a fighter, so if the past is any indication of the future, I will be back and allow the electorate to pass judgment on my performance once again. Thank you so much for this honor, and God willing, I will be back with you soon. Thankfully and respectfully, Justin Donnelly.
Thank you.
Very nice.